Hello, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Pop Poppington, and this is the Horrors of Nature, a show presented to you by crippling student debt. Nature, it may seem to be beautiful and harmless at first. But did you know that even in the wilds of rural Indiana, there are still horrors beyond belief? There exists a place where cell phones cannot even receive reception. Coffee, already made to your convenience, cannot be purchased within miles. And worst of all, if you sit down on the ground, your butt could get dirty. Just awful. But thank the Lord, Netflix now lets you download entire episodes onto your device to be streamed offline. So when in nature, you don't actually have to be in nature. As we get into things, I would like to take a moment to consider my grandpappy, Pop Poppington I, who tragically died from going outside. In honor of Pop Poppington I, I would like to present to you an episode of The Horrors of Nature, about how to survive when stranded in a place such as rural Indiana. Let's get things started off with our two heroes, Andy and Michael. They may seem calm and in no immediate danger, but don't let their brave faces fool you. These two are stranded in outside. The two of them diligently hop off to work in their efforts to survive without an electrical outlet in sight. Andy begins to collect sticks and branches to be burned, while Michael takes advantage of her powerful upper body strength to break large tree trunks into smaller, burnable pieces. The two of them use their incredible teamwork skills to build a cook fire. But Michael encounters a deadly spider and drops a piece of wood onto the ground. After some time of considering the horrible consequences of being bit by a spider, Michael decides to throw the wood in the cook fire anyway. The two of them encounter Dutchman's breeches, a flower that serves no purpose to their survival, but since we learned about it in class, we thought it should somehow be included in this video. The two of them then try to get to work, trying to start a fire. They twist and turn some twigs, trying to get them to light, but it comes to no avail. Taking advantage of all of their available resources, the two of them decide to try and pray for God to light the cook fire. After a time of prayer, the two of them stare angrily at their unlit pit and kick it over in anger. I guess that's just what they needed to start the fire. Good job, team! Now that they have a roaring cook fire, the two of them collect twigs they for some reason believe they could eat if cooked. Lucky for them, this is a fire that came from the Lord. The twigs miraculously transform into a pre-packaged bag of pretzels. Make sure you two dispose of that bag in the proper receptacles. Sadly for our two heroes, pretzels are not enough to sustain their lives. To get the nutrition they need, they must raid a bird's nest for its eggs. But there is no rest for the wicked after a hornet flies out of the nest. After recovering from the shock of seeing an insect in real life, the two of them ruthlessly crack open the egg and pull out two unborn babies, who will never grow up to know anything other than being lunch. It was a sad day following, as Andy could not handle the guilt of destroying the hopes and dreams of two young bird parents, and died of shame soon after the incident. We will forever remember Andy as a kind-hearted young man. Michael, however, the stone-cold warrior she is, blew the seeds off of a dandelion in his honor and continued on her journey to society. She spent the following day weaving together a tool she decided to use to further the death toll that her survival would require. Wow! What a fantastic net she crafted entirely from the natural world. She sure-footedly walked to the river, where she would later take the life of a fish. It looked strikingly like the unborn birds. As time went on, Michael's outside environment began to look more and more civilized. But all great stories must have a happy ending. Michael later found herself back at home, safe inside, enveloped in the motherly arms of a strong Wi-Fi signal. The end. Oh, but Andy is still dead. There's no happy ending there. He's gone.